All right, Lagos, good morning once again. Today is the first day of July. Happy new month to all our listeners and those in the studio this morning here on Overt Radio. This is the Wednesday edition of Overt Radio Turntable. We are broadcasting to you live from the city of Lagos. Lagos is a center of excellence, the city that never sleeps. In case you just joined us, you are listening to Overt Radio. Feel free to share that link to your various WhatsApp contact zeno.fm/radio/overt radio. I have my co-anchors here with me this morning on the Wednesday Turntable. By the way, my name is Kenneth. I have Bukola Olowolafe here this morning on the Turntable, and also Ibuku Oshodikbe here on the Turntable. Good morning, ladies.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. No.
Yeah, it's been raining in Lagos for the past almost 48 hours, and the rain is yet to leave. So let's us be conscious of the weather. Make sure that you are warm, you keep yourself warm. Make sure that your surrounding, you clear all the dirt in your surroundings so that you don't get submerged by the flood.
And don't put on white clothes because cars are just splashing water. They don't even care.
Exactly.
I was just looking like that. It's not your fault. I don't blame you.
Is it because you don't have cars?
Yeah, exactly. I don't have cars, so you can splash water on me, right? So don't put on white attire at this point because the floor is so wet and all of that. So hi guys, my name is Wiki Daisy.
Okay, good morning guys. My name is Ibuko. I hope you guys are ready for what we have for you today.
Alright, so the concept of the Turntable is to discuss what is going on, what is trending in the country, and if possible in other parts of the country. So we bring you Turntable every Wednesday and Friday. Today's is the Wednesday edition between the hours of 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. So just few minutes to noon, and also the heat of the afternoon. So today we have various things to talk about. A lot have been trending in the country recently, particularly on social media, but one of those things that trended a few days ago that caught our attention was this former Nollywood actor, a veteran Nollywood actor, Hanks Anuku, who has been making rounds on social media, I think till Monday or yesterday or so, but it trended very well on Saturday. On Saturday it trended heavily on Saturday. Hanks Anuku was seen in the street on the road in Abuja. I don't want to use that particular word, but he was seen unkept. He was seen. That's not how a veteran movie industry of a country ought to be in that condition. And Hanks Anuku's case will not be the first, and we hope that his case will be the last that we'll ever witness in the Nigerian movie industry. Remember that the Nigerian movie industry, which is the Nollywood, is one of the the top 5, or let me just say top 3 high grossing industry when it comes to entertainment and movies. The first one is the Hollywood in the United States of America. The second one is Bollywood in India, and another one again is Nollywood in Nigeria. And if you take a look at these movie industries in these countries, you will not find actors that have made names in this industry to be in that condition that Hanks Anuku found himself in that condition. So this morning what we want to talk about this morning is the movie industry in Nigeria, which is in Hollywood, over the years has witnessed some of their veterans dying wretchedly. Some would fall sick for years without being assisted financially before finally dying, while some, after years of being active on set, leave the scene worse than they started. Just recently, a prominent Nollywood actor, which I've mentioned earlier, was seen on the road in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, disheveled. This raises a question about the leadership of the industry under the aegis of the Actors Guild of Nigeria. Remember that video? So many comments, have called the attention of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, calling them for, to come to the aid of Hanks Anuku. I didn't even know when Hanks Anuku disappeared from the scene. Because I'm a big fan of him then while I still had interest, but now I don't think I had interest in Nollywood any longer. So we're going to be discussing what could have happened, and not only him. There are other Nollywood actresses and actors who found themselves in this situation, not particularly in what this particular gentleman is facing. Some of them, after a while, they disappear from the scene, and all of a sudden we will hear that this particular individual is suffering from cancer, this particular individual is suffering from this terminal ailment or diseases, and after despite the fact that their attention will be brought to the media, still there will not be some kind of assistance, and unfortunately some of them will die. And this also raises the question that what is, despite the fact that I don't know the purpose, I don't know the mission and the vision of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, but at least as a responsible body in the movie industry, it is expected of the leadership of AGN to come to the rescue of, because these guys, they are still their colleagues, despite the fact that they are no longer in active service. So we will talk more about what is really the responsibility. How should AGN, how should Actors Guild of Nigeria respond to situations such as this, and also we will also talk more about Nollywood actors and actresses taking care of themselves after service, because while the spotlight is still on you, it is expected of you to start thinking about the future. You understand? It is expected of you to start thinking about life after the screen, life after the backstage, life after on stage. If you finish your active years as an actor, as an entertainer, there are still years for you ahead to spend. So I don't know. Okay, let me give the ladies first to have one or two things about that particular video. Yeah, Buki.
All right, so I don't really know the actor, right? But when I went through the comment section, I was seeing that wasn't like the first time it happened. And they said that the previous time that it happened, he come out to say, oh, it was for a movie, it was for this and for that. And
where's the movie that he was acting?
Because
the movie that he said, where's the movie? Has the movie been released?
The last time he did so, it was like, oh, to a movie, a promo and stuff like that, that will come out again to debunk the whole thing and say it's just for maybe skit or for movie and all of that. So when I saw the video, I just feel like the country that we are now, people always do things for stunt and social media, for clout, for publicity. So but when I went to the comment and saw that wasn't like the first time, it can either be for just for him to be known again, because I don't know the person, right? So it can just be a way for him to just be talked about on social media. Oh, this man, and that one is aside. And then there's also they talk about probably whatever it's taking is what is affecting him,
addiction or something. Yeah,
so that one too is also there. And I just feel like I don't know, it's very complicated for me because he has not yet come out to say anything for now, so we can't really say. We're working on assumptions and we're just thinking maybe it's either publicity or drug, so just like, please say no to drugs.
IBK.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I don't know this person. This is my first time of seeing him.
Alright.
I had to check again if I know him. I don't. Like, I have not come across him at all. So I don't even know if he's an actor, or it was when I was checking most of his page, I went back to check his page, his personal page. Like, I was like, no, I don't know this person. But looking at it and the way we judge people in the comment section, it is not right. We shouldn't judge people that go through a lot of things in silence, because we don't know what actually triggered that kind of thing. When I saw the picture, it's looking bad. It's looking bad. People are not even comparing when he was acting and his present situation, because looking at his present situation, it's looking like a drug addict or whatever, I don't know. But what I want to say is, if the movie industry can just provide a stronger welfare that would help people that are vulnerable, people that can't meet up, people that are like our old actors, old actress that can't be in this Gen Z's this thing again, that can't be current. If there will be a better welfare for them to come up again, or anyone that have spent this so years in the industry, these are the welfare that will be given to them, these are the things that will be available to give to them. It would really help this movie industry, because now these days we've been hearing a lot of actors, actress. We heard, wasn't it last time we heard about this woman that they said she's sleeping inside a church, she doesn't have a house, she doesn't have this, like that, I've forgotten her name, that I don't know her name, she has been in the industry for years. Even these current actors and actresses, they've chosen her as a mentor. So now seeing them, going back and seeing them, that they don't have good life, they don't have house. So we feel like, no, a lot of people are going through a lot of things in this industry. So if there is a better, stronger welfare that can cater for people that have last longer in the industry, it will really help the industry so much.
All right, fantastic. Well, for the benefit of our listeners and those that will watch us in our various social media platforms, Hanks Anuku, is a 66-year-old man. Started movie in the 90s, but he has over 20 movies, or close to about 40 movies, and most of his prominent movies, if you are a keen observer or a follower of Nollywood movies back then in the late 90s, in the 2000s, and towards this particular period of where we are, he has featured in movies like Desperados. He has featured in movies like Wanted Alive, Broad Daylight, She Devil, Unforgettable, Accidental Discharge. So now Hanks Anuku in a role in movies is always a gangster type of actor, and is always an actor that will take lead roles in some of his movies. But one striking thing is that I never expected somebody like Hanks Anuku to behave this way, despite the fact that when he was still active as an actor, he never, despite the fact that yes, maybe during his roles he smokes and all this thing, but I think what could have led to this afterlife, this life after acting by some Nollywood actors, is just that the inability for them to manage their wealth, inability for them to manage their fame. I think I cited this example in one of our conversation over the week, few weeks ago, that in the US, serious entertainers like those in the movie industry or in the entertainment industry, they have what they call talent managers. So I think I would advise, even this, it was God that saved this particular individual, Zach Oji. Zach Oji, did have an ailment, a few years ago before, he was rescued. And I'm like, despite all the monies that you made while acting, despite the fame that you got, maybe the endorsement that you got, how is it that, yes, it is understandable that a lot of people are facing so many things in their private lives, but it is expected of you, but you have gotten to a stage in your career whereby even if you leave active scene or active acting, you can still maintain yourself. Take a look at this man, Chief Zebrudiah Okoribo, famous the Masquerade. He's still doing adverts for companies. So I think that it is high time actors and actresses in the movie industry start thinking about life after acting, life after fame, because there is life after fame. What makes you, what would tell if you are really somebody that is famous is when you leave your when you leave the spotlight. So I think it is high time our Nollywood actors and actresses to start thinking about retirement, to start thinking about life after the scene, because that is the most important thing. That's the most important thing, as an entertainer. You want to say something?
In as much as we can say that they should manage their wealth and those kind of things, I think those things, I didn't know his age was like in his 60s.
Yeah, he's 66 according to Wikipedia.
So I want to believe that those actors back in the days, they're not really duly compensated for their work. I think it's just now that they are getting, the same. Though not all of them. I think it depends on how popular you are, right? I think then they're not duly compensated, because we've seen a repeated pattern of all these
stereotyped actors.
We see them, the old ones, they come and they're like, they didn't have enough money. People are gathering money for them, going to visit them. Even the recent Nollywood actor that passed away, Kola Oyewo. So I heard that that one too, they were some of the younger ones who couldn't afford and dress. They still used to go to greet him and offer him money, kind of thing. So I think then it's just about they're not really compensated. That one too is there, and I feel okay. So then was then. So then they are here now with us. I feel like the PR part that you talked about, if there was like a bit for them to get good PR, they could now rebrand again. And because most of those old actors, they are still acting some roles right now.
Acting some roles.
Do you understand? So if they can have like a good PR team also, they can still rebrand them and then start again. I feel like most of them just maybe isolate or just feel like okay, they've done something, that's all. And also having family members around you.
Exactly.
So if you don't have family, that's family structure around you is also going to weaken you. I want to believe that this particular actor is also maybe isolated. I don't think he has family members, right? So that one can also lead you to depression and those kind of things. So I feel like it's both ways. They are not managing their wealth, and then you cannot fully blame them, because maybe then, like Papa Jasko recently granted one interview with this particular guy on social media, and was talking about how he's always paid this, always paid that, doesn't have a car, blah 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 blah, and
despite his
and people like this person is a very popular person now, because people always forget that popularity and fame, popularity and money, fame and wealth is not the same. They feel like you're popular, then that means you have all the money. So that one too is there.
But a lot of people don't understand that despite the fact that you're popular doesn't mean that you have all the money that will take care of you.
And then but now I feel like the more popular you are, the more reward you get in movies for your roles, because I feel like the likes of Adesua, all those popular people that are like acting in movies, I don't think they will just want to pay them peanuts because they're like a household name already.
I'm sorry. I think now those in the entertainment industry, I think their eyes are opened now, unlike before. Somebody can you can just charge for a role, maybe less, but I think now they are placing premium on their creativity now, on their talent, and that is one of the lessons that if you want to be an actor in any industry, in the entertainment industry or in the movie or in the music industry, if you want to be an actor, always place a premium on your talent, because that is what will sustain you even when you have left. So I think artists now, those in the entertainment industry now, I think they've woken up. The likes of why is the likes of Motola Jalade, the likes of Genevieve Nnaji, why are they not like, it's because they understood, because they see it not only as a career, but they see it as a business as well. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So don't just see, if you have a talent, don't just see your talent as okay, you want to showcase your talent. No, but see see your talent as something that you can create yourself a business from. So that is what the likes of the current Nollywood actors are doing. If you the likes of Funke Akindele, Iyabo Ojo, and other big wigs in the Nollywood industry, they now see themselves as not only somebody who is talented or somebody who is created, but somebody who they place premium on their creativity, and that premium is still helping them. Even if Funke Akindele leaves the scene, I want to believe that Funke Akindele will still be wealthy, in the coming years.
Most of them always fail to forget that aside being an actor and an actress, you also have to have something doing, because most of the time when scripts don't come for you to act, what will you be doing? You just do it. So whenever you have the chance to, like, okay, you've got some money, have a side also, something you're doing by the side. Yeah. So when the movie scene stuff is not coming out, you're having something to bank on at the end of the day.
And
okay. You want to say something?
No.
Okay, adding to that, you're talking about wealth management, and most of these people, Funke Akindele, Iyabo Ojo, that we talked about, most of them, the way they come out on social media are not the real self they are. Some people are just trying to manage themselves. So if any actress or actor are unable to fix their life, they will call actors, they will call them on air, they will call them online, they will call them on social media to come and assist them. You guys are seeing these people, you're going to parties. I would just put it this way. You see, your life being like this, it is none of anybody's business, because everyone is together in this industry to survive. That is it. Because now people are talking about, when I read comment section, I was saying, as a drug addict, when he acts movie, he acts out movie, all of that. So now, going back to that, before you can actually be a drug addict, you have tested it once before you be addicted to it. Before you can actually put your problem inside it, and you feel like drug would be the thing that will cure your depression. You have people, you have things you can actually do before you actually feel like drug is the next thing to take or start taking yourself outside like that. We have people that are trying to fix up their life and they are doing something else that, okay, we can actually feel like when they come out we feel like they are not okay. It is something that is even, just look at him, the way we saw him. I'm not actually, we are not in that situation. I can't judge anybody, but I'm just trying to say that anywhere you see yourself tomorrow, everyone is facing challenges. Try to fix up yourself. Either they call you for sin, they call you for any movie, they don't call you for any movie. Try to look for side also that can, when you know that, okay, this thing is not making profits, because we can look at 5 years to come again, movie industry is going to change again.
Exactly.
And that set of people is going to come up. How do you want to, will you be expecting people to come out to help you to do this, to do that? So we should start changing our mentality, because things is not, we should call it, technology is not staying. It's not stagnant, it is moving. It's
advancing.
That is it.
Yeah, and even thank you very much for that. And even with the way things are going now, there are some movies that will be coming up that they don't require any physical actors to act those roles. So I think it is high time, because even with the advancement of technology, it has become a threat to people in the entertainment industry, because an AI can do a lot of things that even an ordinary artist can do, and AI can sing for you. You understand? Yes. So it is high time that our Nollywood actors, those in the entertainment industry, to start diversifying what they've been doing before. If you've been acting before, start thinking of other. You can even start to be a movie director. You can even start to be, a movie director or a movie producer, just like what Funke Akindele.
Even this, what is her name?
Iyabo Ojo?
No. I forgot her name. The third person. Toyin Ayimako. She's not Toyin Abraham. Yeah. She's not producing a movie. She's directing a movie now, and she doesn't do that before. She produced a movie. She directs a movie now. So that is a good thing. And
also, let me add to what she said. She yes. There's this notion, I don't know if Bukola agrees with me, there's this notion that says that that most of these people that are now into movie production and movie directing, that they've not really established themselves very well in terms of acting before they transcend into being the boss. Like taking a cue from those in the United States, we've always seen Arnold Schwarzenegger, this famous Terminator actor, as an actor. Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't know if he has directed any movie, but the likes of Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, these are actors. We've never seen them being directors or producers, but but you cannot replicate that in this part of the world because the economy here is not stable. So like we did advise earlier, that don't just remain an actor for a very long time. If you want to transcend from being an actor to being a producer, you can take up studies like what other Nollywood have been doing, like Genevieve Naji. Before they became producer, they take up courses in the United States of America to read more about movie directing, movie production. So if don't just restrict yourself, as an actor or an actress. If you feel that yes, you've been an actor for 7, 8 or even 5 years, and you feel that wow, let me take the next challenge of being a movie producer, go study more, go to theater schools in the United States of America or anywhere in the world and read more about about that particular career, because there will be a time where people will not be calling you for roles again, but people will be saying, this lady has stayed so long in the movie industry or has been an actor for a very long time, why can't she transcend? So in order to sustain yourself in the movie industry, don't restrict yourself to a particular job description of being an actor. You can also take up the role of being a supplier of movie equipment. You understand? Being a supplier of camera, supply movie equipment to movie producers and directors. So that is where you can be able to sustain yourself. I don't know if you have something to add before I go to
buttress on the old job description thing. This generation now, most of these actors and actresses, they've taken their stuff now and their craft to YouTube. Everybody on YouTube now is a writer, is a director, is a producer. So now I don't think it's more about your fame than your what you can actually deliver. Because someone that is like a very popular public figure, she goes or he goes to YouTube, I have a YouTube movie, you go and watch. People will go there to watch. And I don't know, maybe it's just to bruise the ego of your favor, even when the movie is not giving, like, oh, it's so amazing. So, and that's why most of the times now, before I watch any movie on YouTube, it takes a lot, because there are so many movies on YouTube. People are trying to gain money from there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's more about my popularity, my fan base, than actually knowing the craft. So some have gone to further their knowledge in producing, directing, whatever. It should be just to, and as I go to YouTube, there are so many movies that are below the par, but then it's still kind of making the waves, and some will even go as far as replicating someone else's title and thumbprint, what they call that, I can't remember what they call this thing, the thumbnail, thumbnail, dot replicate, and that's why we see repeated pattern of, someone stole the name of my movie, or someone is even using my thumbnail as just for them to have clicks on YouTube and have money. Exactly. So that's what they are doing now to gain money for themselves.
Let me add to what Bukola said, but I think it's in another line. There are some movie producers in the country that they don't have the strength to go to the cinemas. So if you're a movie producer and you want to be like the likes of Funke Akindele when Funke Akindele releases a movie, she takes it straight to the cinemas. So there are some movie producers in this country, the likes of maybe like Maurice might not have the strength of putting movies in the cinema. The YouTube is there for you to use if you think that you are a movie producer. The likes of Iyabojo, the likes of Tony Abraham, these ladies, they have strength to put their movies in the cinema. But you that don't have the strength to put your movies in the cinema, the YouTube is there and other streaming platforms that are available.
Do you know, I got aware that Kunle Afolayan actually was on an interview. He actually said, do you know this cinema of a thing does not even give them money, does not even give them, sustain their this thing, that YouTube is even paying more than cinema.
Yeah, they can use both. That's
they actually feel like cinema is just, because when they feel like celebrities are taking their fame to cinema, they feel like because to add to their fame, to their fame. Yeah. So I just want to I want to bring this in. This is not just happening in the movie industry, it is also happening everywhere. Look at these people that do these graphics of a thing. They are now feeling like they are not known. People don't want to give them work again because they feel technology is already doing it. People are already doing it. That is it. So don't just be stagnant in one job. Do different kind of things. Other things can actually pay than one day that you actually want to stay. You want to stay there forever.
And also, so maybe lastly now, let's talk about that of the AGN, which is the Actors Guild of Nigeria. Although I have a friend of mine who we were in school together, primary school, secondary school, and then we parted ways when we got admitted into the higher institution. His name is Carl George. He's still in the movie industry now, but I want us to talk about the responsibility of associations. I don't know if you understand the responsibility of association. So if an association like the Actors Guild of Nigeria, I think, I don't know, there's a way I want to phrase that question. Should it be the responsibility of AGN to cater for the needs of those of their veterans who are not financially buoyant? You know, like I expect, because since on Saturday I expect AGN to have put up a press release concerning Hanks Anuku's case, but I don't know if up to now I don't know if the Nigerian Guild of Actors Guild of Nigeria have put up a press release concerning what is the condition of Hanks Anuku. And also I don't know, should it be the responsibility, or should there be a kind of a structure whereby any money that an actor or an actress release, at least some of that money will be part of, a fraction of that money will be put in that actors and pension account. At least I think that the Actors Guild of Nigeria should initiate some kind of policy, because they are also opinion people in the society. I think that the Actors Guild of Nigeria, to avoid all this condition that veterans, to avoid all this condition that veterans are facing, I want to suggest that the Actors Guild of Nigeria, they should set up like a funding pool for retired, most of their veterans that are no longer active. They should put up a funding pool that at the end of the day, when this particular individual leaves acting or leaves the scene, he or she can have something to fall back on, for until
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but how do you think the platform will be funded? How do you think
exactly?
That is why I say that now that they are active, any role that they are paid for, any movie they are paid for, if you are paid 1.5 million, at least you can make an arrangement with the person, with the movie producer, and say, okay, you are giving this particular person 1.5 million. Okay, can we take like 100,000 naira from what you are paying him or her and set a special account for him, maybe for his for
Well, you don't think it's going to be like very hard to track down this?
Don't know. This particular individual will be in control, will be in charge, will be in control. But I just want to say that this so that we can be given some level of
because I understand. Like some might say, okay, maybe Mr. Hayhack's moving now, and then they called him for a particular role. He might be thinking, I don't want to drop this.
It is for his own benefit.
Some people don't think like that.
Of course, they might not be, but it is for their own benefit.
You understand? So some people will think like that, and it's already like making the whole essence of the thing to just be because the person is not complying. Because like someone is saying maybe they have to pay school fees for children, or they have an important thing to do at home, and like I cannot drop this 100k for them. Like you get, so they'll just so it's just very hard for them to track it. And I don't know.
Another alternative again is if you are a member of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, at least there should be some kind of monthly dues.
Yeah, that was
some kind of monthly dues, and this monthly dues should not only be in running the association, but part of that monthly dues that they pay should be set up, should be put into their own specialized account.
I think they have association.
Of course, that's one. This is the Actors Guild of Nigeria have association. So maybe if they pay this monthly dues, I think this monthly dues there should be a separate payment for maybe their retirement. But hey, trust issues again is one of the things that should be considered. Trust issues is one of the things that should be considered. All right, Lagos listeners, we've come to the end of this particular discussion. We'll take a 5-minute music break, and when we return, we still have some hot topic, in our list. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. 5 minutes. We'll be back.